the Great McLaren Pivot. Rebuilding a supercar icon from the ground up a year ago, the automotive world was shaken by a massive announcement. McLaren Automotive was merging with 47, a startup led by industry veteran Nick Collins. Orchestrated by their shared owner, the Abu Dhabi-based investment fund CYVN Holdings, the deal was designed to do one thing: transform McLaren from a niche supercar manufacturer into a legitimate powerhouse capable of rivaling giants like Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Aston Martin. 1 year into this radical reinvention, the Big Bang moment promised to the public has yet to arrive. However, behind the scenes, the company has been undergoing a quiet but massive structural overhaul, laying the foundation. Debt and quality, the primary objective of the past 12 months, has not been to launch new models, but to stabilize the company's core. For a luxury brand to compete at the highest level, it must first be financially and operationally sound. According to Nick Collins, the focus has been on 3 critical foundational pillars. Financial stability. McLaren has transitioned into a debt-free company, backed by over $2 billion in investment. Quality control. To compete with established luxury marks, the brand has overhauled its manufacturing standards. Collins reports an 80% improvement in warranty reliability and a 60% increase in production quality. Market value. In a strategic move to protect the brand's prestige, McLaren intentionally reduced its annual production volume by approximately 1,000 units, totaling 2,000 cars last year. "We had too much stock in our dealers," Collins explains. By tightening supply, the company aims to secure higher residual values, the resale price of the cars, which is a vital metric for maintaining long-term customer loyalty and brand desirability. Why this shift matters: this strategy represents a fundamental shift in how McLaren operates. Historically, supercar manufacturers often struggle with the volume versus exclusivity paradox. By prioritizing quality and residual value over sheer sales numbers, McLaren is attempting to move away from being a high-performance boutique and toward becoming a stable luxury institution. The reduction in production is a calculated risk. It limits immediate revenue, but builds the scarcity and reliability required to attract the ultra-high net worth individuals who frequent Ferrari or Aston Martin showrooms. The road ahead. What comes next? While the internal groundwork is complete, the external world is still waiting for a tangible sign of this new direction. The merger with 47 implies a broader product roadmap, likely, including models that move beyond the traditional 2-seat, mid-engine supercar format, but details remain strictly confidential. The industry is now watching to see if the unapologetically bold plan Collins describes will result in a new era of diverse, high-performance luxury vehicles, or if the company will remain tethered to its niche roots. Conclusion: McLaren has spent the last year trading rapid growth for structural stability, focusing on debt clearance and manufacturing excellence. The brand is now positioned as a financially healthy, quality-focused entity, waiting for the right moment to reveal its new identity to the world.